This is what half of Tumblr thinks the Earth is actually shaped like.
The new diesel-powered baseball.
Because pro athletes are experts on battery.
Angel umpire.
Huh. You're out a mile. Doggone it, he's out, I tell you.
Man, Robert Parr let himself go again.
You saw that play? He had him cold, didn't he?
Cold as the bodies in my
What's the
backyard.
matter with these umpires today? Why the...
Whoop, Meds just kicked in.
Hey, wait a minute, Pop.
My pet nose tick is speaking to
You
me.
called a few in your day.
You'd call the doctor about the dementia?
You can't please everybody when you call them. Yeah.
That expression and
That's
pleasing
right.
calls are an uncomfortable combination.
I guess I've had as many famous people mad at me as anybody.
I'm pretty sure Perez Hilton's got you beat there, buddy.
Lefty Gomez, Dickie, Ruth,
Brad,
Tom,
Janet, Rocky.
names that every American kid knows as well as his own.
Most now relegated to obscurity.
Yep, at one time or another, every one of those guys wanted my hide for something either too high or too low, wide or inside.
Are these filthy
Yeah, it's a great
euphemisms?
game.
They can be if we believe, Starch.
It's funny how much a little ball like this can mean to 150 million Americans.
And how it distracts them
But
from the
there's a
systematic
world of
corruption
hope
going
and
on under their
disappointment
noses.
wrapped up in every hunk of bleached horsehide. No wonder the kids come pouring into the training camps.
Kids come running for the taste of bleached
When somebody
horsehide,
like
because that's all
Carl
they can
gets
afford
out
to
without a
eat.
pitch. And you can't blame them for wanting to be someone like Dizzy Dean.
Jerry
a great
Lewis called
pitcher
Dean
in
Martin
his
that
day,
once.
Or a
Once.
great catcher like Cochran or Perkins. Because when the chips are down, it's your battery that counts in a ball game.
So the part
know,
where 90% of the game is
baseball
played.
diamond
Yeah,
covers
thanks
a
for
lot of
that
territory.
stunning revelation.
But most games are won and lost in an area no longer than your backyard. and no
What's
wider
a
your front
backyard?
I think that's
Why?
the thing with the wings.
Well, from Frisco to Jersey, from Dallas to Duluth, that's the biggest little street in the world.
All of it a school
That's
zone,
Victor's
so I
Lane.
hope you enjoy first
What
gear.
happens in there means you're in or you're out of the pennant
You're
race.
hot or you're not.
Your
You're
pitchers
funny or you're die.
are the backbone of your team. It's your battery that counts. Pitchers like Carl Hubble,
NASA's high orbit
that tip of an arm
MVP.
that won better than 20 games a year for 5
21 to be
consecutive
precise.
years. And there was Lefty Grove, who always had that high, hard one in the clutch.
And clutched a hard one as he got high on the bar immediately following every game.
Always good for a laugh after the game, but strictly business on the mound.
You know, I've never felt so educated about motor services.
We should
Men like
open up a motor
Bill
services
Ricketts,
shop. I'll get the bats.
Black Mike, the great Cochran who had a brilliant career with Philadelphia, and then led the Tigers to 2 pennants and a World's Championship.
Disclaimer, World Championship does
No
not
wonder
include
his old
99% of the
boss,
nations of the
like
world.
every other manager, is still praying for another Cochran, a 30-game winner. I tell you, it's still pitcher to catcher for pennants to champs.
And 10 to 20 for
Sure,
what's
you
going
need
on in
slide
that
and
dugout.
Because that one extra base can mean the ball game.
Call Megan
You
Trainor
need the
then.
hitting and the fielding, because they still pay off on runs.
And run off instead of paying their child support.
Fox and Gehrig and Greenberg. You need the kind of pitching and the kind of catching
That
got
the
Bassett
dwarf
into
lords of
2
Moria sang
consecutive
about in the deep.
no-hitters. I don't know how it looks from way up there in the stands.
Because you never catch me slumming it with the filthy middle class.
The battery that pays up the mortgage on the ballpark.
What the hell is this
Yep.
thing?
If you're ever gonna cop the flag, you gotta have a great battery.
And the
That's
best
what it
lawyer Coke and gold bullion
Men
can
like
buy.
Matheson and Bresnahan, Johnson and Street,
Johnson in the street is what got this guy put under house arrest last year.
Ruther, Wingo, Grove and
A solitary girly pinup surrounded by dozens of pictures of athletic men? That's what I call
Gomez
denial.
and Dickey.
That's what DC Comics calls
Dean
progress.
O'Farrell.
Ouch.
Now, maybe you're wondering how I'd pick the #1 battery. Well, I'll tell you.
Bribes.
And nobody's ever going to argue about this decision.
'Cause I've got a gun
For my
behind
dough,
my back.
The greatest battery of all time is Delco.
Delco.
What?
Delco,
Battery?
the nation's number
I thought
one
this thing was
battery.
going to be about batter. This does nothing to improve my chicken fried steak recipe.
So Grandpa rambles on about baseball for a minor epoch, and then bam, wordplay-based advertising twist? Do I dare make an M. Night Shyamalan joke?
Only if you want to violate the terms of the tontine.
And let Fundy Monster get the treasure? Never!
Become a Patreon sponsor of the show, and awesome things will happen to you.
See episodes early without mid-rolls, join us for livestream events, and more.